You think it's a game? You think it's game? Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Hey, yo, what's my name? Y'all gon' make me go all out. DMX. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Hey, yo, what's my name? Y'all gon' make me lose my cool.
I've tried so hard.
What you really want? What you really want?
But it doesn't even matter. Come on. I've tried so hard.
What you really want?
It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. Come on.
Boy, give me a sign. Dog, I meet bitches, the street bitches, slash, Cocoa Puff, sweet bitches, make you wanna eat bitches, but not me.
I tried so
I fuck with these hoes from a distance. The instant they start to catch feelings, I start to. What is it you want from a nigga? I gave you, you gave me. I played you, you played me.
and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to lose it all.
Welcome to the Showcase Pod. I am your host with Don Vega, Chris Blackheart, Don Vega, back together, tag teaming on the right side.
Well, it's good to be beside the table, next to the table, not on top of the table, like that intro, like
Or through the table,
Yeah,
or bouncing off the table,
that great
or
intro.
sliding off the table.
Yep.
All right. So you got your shots in for controversy, which is fine.
It's fine, but this is the first intro episode to the Showcase Pod. A lot of things happening currently, and we're gonna get into some of those details. But today is an introduction to what the Showcase Pod is all about.
Is it an introduction, or is it an unveiling of the untold stories of New England that were never told through the eyes of myself or yourself? Showcase. Man, you guys should see the topics that we have. You want to just jump into it?
Man, let's get right into it.
Because
let's get right into
this
it.
is going to be literally unedited, unfiltered.
Some people like it raw. We're gonna give it to
It's
them.
not. Do you know what it is? It's one thing you will find out in this, and when we talk in conversations, the truth is not always out there, and this is what it's going to come about.
Well,
When the truth comes out, and we're going to reach out to other people when we bring up some different topics. If they're available, they want to come on, definitely go. You want to...
you want to get right into it.
Go
So,
into it now.
it's going to be interactive. So once our episodes start going into our media, which is at SP Wrestling on all social media, we're going to have different topics that the fans could actually pick on what they want to hear. And we'll get into details on those topics.
The fans, people on other rosters, the boys.
Yeah, anybody.
Yeah.
Even Dan behind the screen there. What's up, man?
But Dan was going to be, we have some topics down the line, but let's go. You want to go in order?
Yeah, in order, we could get into stories, wrestling stories. We got a lot of storytellers in wrestling when it comes to like promoters and other wrestlers and, some standout promoters like Spada, guys
you can do Spada stories, Eugenio stories.
Rocky Raymond stories, that guy.
He called me today.
He called you Slabu at times, but
you can't ruin the story.
We're not going to get into that. But
so these are untold stories or stories that have never been told through our eyes and our mouth. Okay, that was a good one.
Then we got the lies.
Lies?
We got a lot of liars in the wrestling business. A lot of liars that,
That one should be like a call-out show. Like I think when we bring out lies, maybe we put out different topics of people who have put out the lies and what the story can be straight.
Well, yeah.
I think that's going to be good because I know there's a lot of lies about me.
There'd probably be some lies about me, but I could care less, if we go back.
Well, plus, just because you don't like it doesn't mean it's not.
If we go backtracking to stories, there's a lot of stories. There's Crapo Field, there's Fisherman's Club. There's so many stories, that we could get across.
Those are all the Wait. Those are all the times that I got suspended from Ricard.
Yeah, you
blamed it on me.
You got Ricard. He blamed it on you, so you went on suspension.
All right, so this is another good one. We have Rats.
What is that?
That could be a good story.
That's non-existent nowadays. You should play video games.
Rats and stories.
Yeah, Rats is a good one. You know, those were good. They still good to a certain extent. You know, we got Queen Rats. We got all types of rats in this show. So we're gonna get right to it.
Yeah.
Then we get the dark side of New England wrestling.
Well, this actually, obviously, we know the Dark Side of the Ring just started, and it was actually inspired. You know, maybe the dirty stories of New England, the stories that people they know, but do they really know the whole story?
Yeah.
So,
and speaking of dark side, you know, you get everything in the dark side. You get, you know, drug addiction, alcohol abuse. You get death. You know, and a story that's gone on and has been told thousands of ways and different ways is Dan Quirk, Spider.
Yeah.
You know, we tragically lost him several years ago, and the stories that were told by different people that weren't even there. That's not clear. You was there. I was there, right on deck, right before my match. The incident went on, so I got to see everything. So. That's another topic that fans would like to hear.
That's a long topic. We can,
that's definitely
our perspective of who was there, wasn't there, the ramifications afterwards. A lot of stuff. People don't know what we did for people, and a lot of people don't even know what other people did. To this day, 18 years ago, there was still stuff going on, but ironically, this year, it didn't.
Yeah, we just passed, you know, Dan's anniversary a week or two ago.
Which I still don't believe. Was that 18 years ago?
Yeah.
Man, that went cool.
And, you know, people they like to point fingers, but miraculously, like you said, this year there wasn't any reminders.
Because every year around this time, there was posts put it up there, and then you heard stories, and people were saying stuff. And this year, kind of quiet. I literally saw one person post, and I was very surprised. But then when you connect the dots, I'm like, all right, this is a story that we have to tell.
Well, maybe those guys that were posting stuff before are kissing somebody's ass now, and they forgot to post.
People don't forget things.
Yeah.
Well,
you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. It's gonna be an interesting show. You know, we're gonna mix it all up. We want the fans to be interactive, like we said. You want to follow all our social media at SP Wrestling on Instagram. YouTube, our YouTube channel is on and popping. We're getting ready to have a new season in the YouTube show, so you want to stay tuned for that. The YouTube Championship will be on the line in those shows, so that's going to be coming up soon.
Which actually, going into it, this is going to drop before Saturday's show in Taunton.
Okay. Yep.
So this Saturday we're in Taunton, which is the 10th at the VFW, 82 Ingle Street. It's been our home base there over a decade. And this is one of the biggest cards that we've had in a while.
We got a lot of returns. We got the return of one Tommy Trainwreck. You know, a guy that's on a mission to come back to New England on a higher note than he left.
Yeah, I mean, we'd like to have him. I mean, and that's probably one of a great story. What was the Tommy Trainwreck story? Why did he leave New England? What has he done?
Yep.
I mean, we've seen a lot of stuff he's done on social media. That could be a good story because, again, going into New England stories, the stories don't always get out there.
Yeah,
and
the truth doesn't always get
and that's
out there.
and that's what we want to put out there. You may not like the truth, you may not handle the truth, but the fact should be out there.
Yeah.
So when we bring in different topics, if we feel that somebody can contribute to it, then we'll actually bring them in.
So that's one of the main matches on the card, the return of Tommy Trainwreck taking on the new Showcase Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Diabolical, Brother Moon Revan, for the Showcase Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. And also on that card, your boys. I mean, we're here now. We're handling
fine.
business.
Professional. Being a professional is working with some people that you don't care for majority of the time, which is more than fine. But yourself and Mr. Raiden.
Yeah, the Showcase Pro Tag Team Champions.
Yeah, all right.
We'll be defending our titles against Big Matt Thompson. And speaking of the truth, I've seen Big Matt kick you out of his matches lately. What's going on there? I mean,
he asked me to leave in Taunton, which I did.
He kicked you out.
Well, because in all honesty, it was supposed to be a tag team match. Your partner was hurt, which no one said anything. So
Yeah.
I thought, in the fairness of being fair, that I left because Matt just went a one-on-one against.
No,
you.
getting flat tires in your car, that counts as being hurt. Somebody slashing your tires.
What are you talking about? I had
Somebody slashed.
I had a flat on the trailer that
Somebody
I fixed.
slashing Alex's tires count as him being hurt. You know anything about that?
I didn't hear about that.
Oh, well, now you know. You see?
All right,
We're bringing out new stuff.
Now we're bringing out honesty. So you're accusing me of
I didn't say anything. If you want to put yourself in that spot, just like everybody else is, you know.
All right, so
that's
are you
fine.
telling me that you have never slashed anyone's tires in New England?
I've slashed a few people's
All
tires.
right, all
and
right.
we'll get into stories. You said
That's
stories.
just with the narrative. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
But no,
stories.
Did I have anything to do with his misfortune of 3 flat tires? No.
Let me guess. Absolutely not. But on that hand, we also have the Road to the Goal Rumble, which will determine a challenger at any title in Showcase.
Well, no,
Pro
I mean,
Wrestling.
and that was, normally in Marchversary we do the Gauntlet for the Gold. This was, this really came up because a lot of bitching of some of the matches that were taking place. Some guys complaining about opportunity and title and shots. And what's the easiest way to shut people up? You get them in the ring, and they can either
you give them
prove
what
it,
they want. Yeah.
or you don't. So,
Oh.
and I'm even going in that one. I have not been in a Rumble in years.
Yeah.
You know,
You're going to bushwhacker that one, huh? You're going to come in
no,
one
no.
side and out the other.
I'll hold the ropes.
Oh, okay.
I'll hold the ropes, so I'm not going through.
And
But
another-
that could be good because how many times can you actually get into the ring with a promoter or booker that you don't like? And some days, you got to re-earn the respect that should already be given.
Oh.
So there's some young talents that I'll be honest with.
They're gonna be gunning out for you. They're gonna be gunning out for you, Chris
You just
Blackheart,
want to
you know.
slap the shit out of them, and I
Yep.
have no,
Well,
And
yeah.
Some days you just need to do that.
I mean, you
So-
want to slap the shit out of one. Speaking of people you want to slap the shit out of, we got the U2 World Title on the line.
We do.
As the young lion, Luis
lion.
Leon takes on Nicholas Diamond.
Good match.
Good match. It's going to be a task. I mean, Luis Leon, he's been on up and down spiral, so we'll find out. He finally pulled the big one, becoming the number one contender
Yeah.
at the YouTube World Title.
The kid has tons of potential.
We'll see if he doesn't blow his
Tons of
shot.
potential. Well, let's
I
find
mean,
out.
we are in New England. We had the Celtics. They blew that, but that's for another topic, another day.
Well, remember,
But-
this is one match, not 7 matches.
Oh, okay,
So-
yeah. Well, yeah.
Why,
I got,
do you know-
we got,
do
we
you know
got Jay
anyone-
Hollywood
why, do you know
upset in
anyone
the
who-
background.
do you know anyone who
He's a
bet on
Celtics
that, or-
fan. I'm sorry for your
Yeah.
loss.
See, maybe if you're a Celtics fan in the 80s, you could relive the glory, but
Yeah.
right now, I don't think it's really good.
Speaking of glory, we have the tag team, the trio of
I like that.
Christopher Spratt,
I love Spratt.
Danny Cabral,
Danny.
the student Danny
Danny's
Cabral,
not doing squats. He's a
and
pretty good guy.
D-Rex. You know, I heard they got a new tag team name.
Well, they really don't.
They're gonna be unveiling that new tag
that
team
could be
name
good.
this Saturday, June 10th, at the Taunton BFW Hall.
All right, I'm open to it.
And they take on the team of the notorious, undefeated, 50-0, Rambo Godfrey, teaming up with the superstar Sean Candido.
Oh, we should have put that on our list. Candido stories.
Candido
Oh,
stories.
that could be good.
Those could be
Candido
good.
story. Let me put that on the list.
Those could be good. You know, he's a.
All right, Candido. How do you spell that? Candido.
There you go.
Okay, perfect.
Exactly. But yeah, that's gonna be another interesting match. I mean, the cards.
I like that one because if you look at Candido, he's a veteran. We're going to tell stories down the line regarding him. But then he's not even up and coming. He's been around for a while. Good talent, raw talent. But he's going against Spratt. He's educated. He's bringing up these two young.
I mean, he's
So that's going to be.
he's
interesting.
definitely got some special education going on with those two people that he's bringing up
that.
alongside him. But we're gonna find out a lot of things happening, a lot of things that are gonna go down June 10th at the Taunton BFW Hall, and then we go into our summer events. We go into July. Already signed the big Puerto Rican festival, homecoming for myself. You know, you're not welcome. So if you go there, you're gonna have thousands of angry Puerto Ricans coming after you.
They love
So you
me.
better watch your back, Chris Blackheart. I'm just telling
say
you, I might.
watch it or
I
watch my
you better
back?
watch. You better watch.
No.
yourself.
I mean, I do. Okay, I wrestled there. I think once or twice. I love the passion of the Puerto Rican Fest.
I want to see you back
do.
here when we record the
fine.
second show.
All right,
you know,
I love the passion that the Puerto Rican audience and the pride. I love it. I wish that could happen more often, and people would have that pride with pro wrestling.
Oh, we just saw it. You know, we're gonna get into everything. So
maybe put that on the list. PR stories.
Yeah, PR stories.
Let me put that. PR stories, right? 9. Look at that. PR stories.
There we go. Good stuff, you know. People always ask me, oh, you know, you ever met or heard stories about Invader and how the Brody thing happened and you being friends with Savio, do you know stuff about that?
Savio,
we get into all that stuff.
No, that could be a PR. That's gonna be a hot topic.
It could be a hot topic, but like I said, the only way you can have your boat at this, and it's gonna be up. When's it gonna be up? Jay Hollywood. After this episode drops. We're gonna go up and we're gonna have the topics up on our social media at SP Wrestling on Facebook, Instagram, and also our YouTube channel. You want to go there, subscribe,
and TikTok.
TikTok, yeah, can't forget that. I seen you dancing the other day.
What?
You're working on your dance moves.
I hope not.
Yeah, I thought I saw you
Could have
dancing.
just dropped my phone, but
yeah, maybe that's what you call the 2-step.
Wow.
Well.
So, did we forget any topics?
No, I haven't.
All right. Do you want to go with this topic, or do we leave that one alone?
I mean, we're finished with a bang.
We still have this topic.
We're finished. Speaking of banging, you know, there's a lot of people in New England that they want to be police. There's the New England police, the wrestling police, the pedo police, the I hurt your feelings police. Yeah. We could get into those topics too. Because everything's sensitive nowadays.
Yeah, and
there's a lot of
when we
weird
do put
people.
That up, we're going to ask for help for those who look like they're trying to police, and we could actually go into.
In order to police, you have to have proof,
and right? documents. Which, when we go into that topic, if that gets chosen, when we put up, that we're going to ask certain people to come in with their documentation because. If somebody did do something wrong,
we've done it in the past. We've gotten rid of them.
Yeah.
We haven't sit the fuck down.
Wrong, and give us the paperwork, and we will ship them. And if we do that episode, we're gonna have some local sponsorship for some local small businesses in Rhode Island that Dan Pedante knows really well, and actually you do too. And so some local gun places for sponsorship on that one. Yep. You know, Smith and Western, they'll be in the house, which is more than fine. But
Ruger,
Ruger can do it, But no, if we do, we're gonna call it the. That episode's gonna be the pedo police. So
the pedo police.
So
that sounds about right.
So that's gonna be interesting.
That's gonna be an interesting
because
one.
we're gonna have.
But again, the people have to choose. Once we open up.
Choose, and then from there, once they choose, we'll see if we can get some extra guests, depending on the topic. Yeah, and that one could be good.
We'll send out the invites because a lot of people like to talk on the internet. They go on Instagram.
Just go on your phone.
They go on Twitter. They go in all these outlets, and they just want to type away. So now we're giving you the opportunity to come in front of the camera because this is going to be documented.
Yeah, which is more than fine.
They could come on and give their side. We just don't want to ramble and hear ourselves speak.
All right, going into the holiday, the Wheeling City Festival stories.
Yes. What about those?
We have updated current stories we can tell. We can talk about lawsuits, non-payment, the good stories, the bad stories, who you wrestled, who you didn't. Yes.
From the 90s to the 2000s.
From the 90s to 2023.
Yeah.
We can go into.
We could do AEW stories.
AEW stories.
It could be any topic. We talk about belts and all types of stuff.
Belts and paydays and closed bank accounts.
Yeah.
And
those I love those stories.
Yeah,
I love stirring the heat and stirring
But
the
the difference when we go through those stories, and we did talk about this, everything that we do bring up has to be factual, as in.
You understand you might get some major heat from this.
Listen, I've been told that people don't like me anyway, but at least now they have a reason.
Major? It rings a bell? Major heat?
Major heat?
Yeah, major heat.
Yeah.
Even though his run wasn't major and his character was a major,
No, but we can go in there. Again, I had no problem with Mike until recently, to say the least, but that's a good major story right there. Yeah. But no, when it comes down to it, unlike other people who
and at least we put him over because you barely hear his name. So,
for the people who actually lie, we will actually tell you the truth, and it does not matter if it's favorable for us or not.
Yeah, I don't care. That, like I said, it's gonna be a open argument, discussion. Get together, however you want to call it. I don't care. You could come on, and if you got Don Vega stories, I would love to hear them. Because I simply don't give a fuck.
Maybe, I mean, half of those, I love rumors because when you hear them, and I don't know about you, you hear some stories that people have said about you, and then you're like, I know how the story came about, but I have no idea how it got twisted.
Yeah, and half of these clowns that go around saying these stories, I don't even know who the fuck they are. So that intrigues me. Sometimes, I hear this and I hear that. I don't even know who the fuck you are, guy. So, it's just surprising me when I hear these stories. But stories, lies, rats, pedo police, the whole dark side of New England, death. Dan, unfortunately, rest in peace. I do want to say to his family, friends, my condolences again. Dan was a great kid. He the little bit of time that I shared the locker room with him, he was always a pleasure. So definitely rest in peace to Dan. But yeah, we'll get into all this and more. And you do want to join us this Saturday night, 82 Ingle Street, Taunton BFW Hall, Road to the Gold Royal Rumble is going down, Chris Blackheart.
Yes, it is.
And I think we covered everything.
We did for an open and intro episode. A lot of good stuff. A friend of yours says this. Doesn't he say we're only getting started or good things? What's Alfredo's phrase?
Oh, it doesn't get any better than this.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Right. Shout out to Alfredo. But yeah, this has been the Showcase Pod for Chris Blackheart, the boss, and Don Vega. We'll catch you down the road.